AkuShaper here, and we had some recent inquiries about hand planes. So I'm going to attempt to put a hand plane together for everyone in the AkuShaper design software. So first things first, let us start with a new board. Let's go ahead and do a fish. It's going to have kind of the tail design that I'm thinking might be more appropriate for a hand plane. So just real quick, first things first, to get the board to size down to about a foot, we're going to need to delete some slices. So I think we're going to go on a hand plane, we're going to go 2 feet by, let's say 10 inches wide by 2 inches thick. Obviously that might not be the ideal hand plane dimensions, but for the sake of this tutorial I think it'll work. So we'll delete the nose slice, we're going to delete the middle slice, and we're going to delete the tail slice. When I delete this one, it's going to tell me that we can't delete this slice, but that is not the actual last slice, so we're good to go. I'll just go ahead and bypass that. So now I have a board that can be resized into something much smaller. We're going to go in increments because if you go too fast at once, the shaper could crash just because it doesn't like what we put in. But that went ahead and worked. So you can see I'm at 3 feet now, 3.1 feet, 14 inches wide by 2 inches thick. So go ahead and switch that up again. Let's see if we can get this puppy down to 2 feet by 10 inches by 2 inches thick. Boom. Now we're cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. Obviously this looks like a shortboard or a surfboard that's of size, but in all reality this is only 2 feet long. And that is, you can see it in the bay, that it's a very minuscule board with some serious rocker in it at the moment. So we'll go ahead and fix that in a minute. Let's just get the general shape of our hand plane going here. So I am actually increasing the width a little bit, but that's a pretty straightforward hand plane shape right there. A little wobble in the rail, but no worries, we can kind of pull that out a little bit and have a play with it. So yeah, so now decent outline, still a little wobble, but no worries. Let's go ahead and adjust the rest of this hand plane. 2 feet by 10 inches by 2 inches thick. Going to the slices, we could add some more slices in if you want to build some concave. Just put it in at 1 foot. Pull your rail line down, what have you. And then obviously we need to fix the top and bottom rail rocker here. So I'm going to use the N rocker, T rocker tools. Start with the tail, just select it and use your arrow key to arrow down. I'm going to make this board pretty flat too, so we will go ahead and navigate to the bottom slice and just pull her down flat. Perfect. Cool. And then so again, nose, we'll use the N rocker tool, drop the nose down till we get her about where we want it. And then I'll go ahead and pull this tab down to start building in kind of the nose shape that I'm looking for in this board here. So yeah, you could add more points along the way here to kind of get this out how you want it. I'll leave that up to you guys though. And let's go ahead and view this in the bay. Nice little hand plane, some V out the tail. Yeah. So you could export these files, STL, OBJ, PDF, to be used on like a table cutter machine, or you could go ahead and print this outline to be used on a piece of foam. Just be 3 pages and good to go. That's how you design a hand plane in AkuShaper.